In this tutorial video, I'm going to explain 9.3.3 from page 145 of Compute IT 2. So this task requires you to firstly enter the first 20 numbers of the Fibonacci series. Now you remember we start the Fibonacci series with 1, and then of course the next number is also 1. Then we add those two numbers together to get 2. Then we add the previous two numbers, which is the numbers in row B and row C, or column B and column C, which gives us 3. Then we add the numbers in column C and D, which gives us 5, so the previous two numbers. Then we add the numbers in column D and E, the previous two numbers, which gives us 8. So far we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need to go till 20. So I guess we can probably even just use a formula, so we can go equals sum, that means adding together of course, E1 F1. So it's just going to add the two together. And then we can actually just replicate this formula all the way through. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me just check that's working correctly. And we can actually use this little shortcut. So by clicking on the plus number or the plus symbol, it appears when you move to the bottom right corner of a cell. We can just drag it and it'll replicate. It'll recognize the pattern and replicate it all the way through. Now that should be 20, but let's just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Just 3 more. Okay, so now we've got the first 20 numbers of the Fibonacci series. Okay, now remember, we've got to do something different down here in cell B2. So if you check the little table, which is in 9.33b, 145, it shows you we need to divide 1 by the previous number, which of course is 1. B1 divided by B1. Okay, there we get 1. So this one divided by this one. Then we're going to divide C by B. So we're going to do equals C1 divided by B1. Okay, and then over here we're going to do equals D1 divided by C1. So dividing it by the previous number. And then we can again use this shortcut just by moving to clicking on the cell, move to the bottom right corner, and just click and drag all the way across. And Google Sheets should be smart enough to recognize the pattern, and it will add you can see it's adding the formula. So L divided by K, etc., etc. Pull it all the way across. So we've got our 20 numbers. Now you might already notice something. This is consistent all the way through. It starts out a bit inconsistently, but eventually settles into the pattern of which is printing basically what is the golden ratio as described by our book. Okay, so now that we've plotted out all of our numbers, we just need to highlight all the 20 numbers which we're going to be using. We only really need to use column 2, so we'll highlight all of column 2, and then we go insert chart, and then we get a chart showing us the pattern. So the first few numbers, the pattern's a bit unpredictable, and then it settles very comfortably into the golden ratio, which is about 1.6.